Every time I hear the word backlog, I feel like I should be clocking in for a shift and reporting to my Steam library manager. Like, alright, you got 32 hours on Skyrim, 15 on Death Stranding, and don't forget to mop up the break room when you're done. Except, I'm not getting paid, I'm paying for it. And it makes gaming sound like work. And let's be honest, we all have enough chores, laundry, dishes, I see those plates, taxes, etc. So why would I add video games, of all things, to that list? Hey guys, I'm Starter27 and welcome back to the channel. Grab your coffee, your tea, whatever you like, and settle in. In this video, I want to talk about how I stopped treating my own backlog like a 9-to-5, and how letting go of that guilt made me start enjoying my gaming collection way more. Now, I'm not making a 5 easy steps to obliterate your gaming backlog. I just want to share how I reframed the whole idea of a backlog and how it helped me, and hopefully it helps you too. We don't say backlog when it comes to the other things we enjoy in our life. Nobody goes, oh man, I've got a real Netflix backlog building up, or I got so many episodes of Better Call Saul to grind through, or yeah, my bookshelf is really stressing me out. Or maybe you do, but to me, when I put it that way, it makes me feel kind of silly. But I've found, especially here on YouTube, when it comes to video games, suddenly we treat them like unfinished homework. And I think it can be harmful to categorize the backlog in this way, at least for me. When I started listing every single game I had to play and tried to map out when I would play it, it felt like I was completing a list of chores. And with my brain, that takes all the joy out of it and makes it a task to be completed, not an experience to be felt. And what's funny is with other mediums, I have no problem with this. I think part of it comes from how games are marketed to us. FOMO is real, and we get all hyped on release, we buy them, and they sit there waiting. And instead of feeling excited, we feel guilty. It's like we bought a gym membership and never ended up going. Another thing I want to talk about is it being the wrong time to play certain games. Forcing yourself to enjoy a game at a certain time could kill the game for you. For me, this was surprisingly Dragon Age Origins. I started it up a few years back, and I was not having the time I thought I was going to. I had just recently finished Mass Effect 1, and at first felt like I needed more BioWare in my life. But I didn't know I was actually burnt out. I played until I got to the Bacillian Forest, and I had to stop and put the controller down. I realized I was trudging through it, not enjoying my time or stopping to smell the roses. I was just going from quest to quest, but felt I had to finish it since it was next to my backlog. And I realized I was doing this incredible game, tailor-made for me, an injustice. So that's around the time I decided to stop using backlogs in the way I think about my video game library. So I set Dragon Age Origins to the side for a little bit, and played some other games like Fallout 3, and even played a game called Pentiment made by Josh Sawyer over at Obsidian, and it kind of helped refresh my palate. And I came back to Origins a few months later when I was really craving that sprawling narrative, companion-driven kind of experience BioWare does oh so well. And from the moment the menu music hit, I knew it was the right time. And it ended up being one of my favorite games I've ever played. If I had forced myself to play it during the wrong time, I would probably have a totally different opinion on the game than I do, and that's sad. I think there are certain seasons in your life, and some seasons are perfect for certain things and others aren't, and that's totally okay. And I think we need to get back to allowing ourselves to shelve something and try to quiet that voice that wants to guilt us into playing it because, oh, I paid for it, so I have to finish it now. But I felt like I was getting to the point where I was just ticking a game off my list and looking back and going, now was that a worthwhile experience, or did I just want to check that off my list? And that's why I think it can be harmful to categorize your library this way, at least for me. Another thing that plays into this is a little thing called buyer's remorse. I've felt that sting plenty of times. Steam sale, PlayStation sale, whatever. You buy 3 games for the price of 1 and then realize you might not actually end up wanting to play one of them. And that's okay. If you've got a digital copy and you're not feeling it, uninstall it or hide it from your game list if it's really eating away at you. If you have a physical copy, resell it, or even better, lend it to a friend who might actually enjoy it. Games don't have to be your games forever. Some companies even have refund policies. Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation to some extent. If you try it and it's not clicking, don't feel bad. It doesn't make you less of a gamer or anything. Which leads me to my next point. The older we get, the easier it is to buy games. As kids, we were scraping together our allowance money just to rent something from Family Video for a weekend. For me, it was Tony Hawk's American Wasteland or Crash Tag Team Racing. Now we see a sale, and suddenly, we've got a digital library bigger than our DVD collection ever was. But instead of looking at these games just sitting in my library as a mountain of guilt that I have to climb, I try to see it the way kid me would. He wouldn't panic about not finishing all of them. He'd be in awe. He'd think, wait, you actually own all these? And you can play them whenever you want? You don't even have to ask mom? And it is awesome. I can't believe I'm at the time in my life where I can pretty much own and play any game I've ever wanted to as long as I have the free time. And for too long, I was taking that for granted. So maybe that's the point. Maybe we don't need to use the word backlog at all. Backlog makes it sound like a burden, like a list that needs to be checked off. But it's not a burden. It's a collection of endless experiences, a library of worlds we can step into whenever the mood strikes. And you know what? I think I'd rather see it that way. So don't feel guilty. Don't force yourself. Let games be what they're meant to be. Moments, memories, and experiences, and an incredible hobby that only the past few generations of human history have been able to partake in. And if one of them isn't hitting right now, that's fine. It'll still be there when the right season comes. Thank you guys so much for watching. And once again, I have to thank all of you. We hit over 1,000 subscribers, and we're actually up to about 1,200 at the time of this video. You guys have already been such an awesome community, and I've loved talking about my favorite hobby with all of you and chatting in the live streams. I've been streaming most weekdays from 9:30 to 2:30 p.m. EST right here on YouTube. So if you want to come hang out and talk video games or life in general while I run through some of my favorite games, stop by. We'd love to have you. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider throwing me a like. It really helps the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out my channel. Maybe even consider subscribing. I'll have more on the way soon. But all that to say, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day and happy adventuring.